For this goodbye video, I got the honor of saying goodbye to some of my closest friends, Brandy and Brandon, who truly have made an impact on me in robotics. Honestly, without them, I probably wouldn't have stayed on this team or felt like I had a place of belonging. Being a freshman, you don't really know anyone there. You just kind of know kids in your grade, so you just kind of stick with them, but they don't know what they're talking about in robotics, and you don't really know what to do, so you're just waiting at some seniors or upperclassmen to yell at you. Luckily, I had the people that yelled at me, were Brandy and Brandon, who they were the ones who made me feel included, who were always like, oh, hey, let's go work on this project, come help us with this thing, because I just was standing around looking stupid. Like always. I feel like I'm always at a loss, but they have a way of just bringing me back and making sure that I know what I'm doing. I know a lot of you remember probably Mason the best because he still holds this over my head, even though he's nice and all. Where I did not know how to use a drill, and I got handed a drill and was like, hey, just screw this into the table. And I was like, you got it. I didn't know what I was doing, and I just winged it. And once the seniors found out, and after getting seriously berated for it, I, in the end, did learn how to drill into a table by Brandy and Brandon, who they were the ones that taught me how to use a drill, taught me how to use a lot of the power tools in our shop. And without them, I honestly would not be able to understand how to do anything in robotics. But most of all, they made me feel like I had a place there, just coming in and being the new person and everyone already knows people. It was really hard for me just to feel like I could fit in and that I could have a spot, and they always made me feel like I had a home. And I know I'm really gonna miss that next year because I only hung out with those idiots, so I'm kind of cooked. I really am gonna miss them as much as many of you guys have seen me bully them and hitting them, but still, no matter what, they hold a very near and dear place to my heart. Growing up as the only child, I was not used to people physically attacking me on a day-to-day basis, not even in practice, in the hallways, and getting jumped and flicked in the ear by Brandy. But I did get to do some of the same stuff back by putting rocks on Brandy's car and inside his car more recently, and leaving dirt on the chair. My bad, Brandy. And also stealing Brandon's ID and running around from him and screaming, please leave me alone, I'm a minor, which I frequently will yell at them. But no matter what, they still were like my older brothers to me. And even in the wins, even in the losses, we were together. In the wins, we were celebrating and happy, and in the losses, we sat and cried together. And it just really meant a lot to me to have people there for me. And I really thank you guys for all that you've done for me, minus the hitting.
Hey Connor! So I got the pleasure of being able to talk about your impact on me and the rest of the team. Since I entered as a freshman, I was really interested in design team because my previous teams hadn't let me do anything regarding to robots or code. So I wanted to jump full throttle into engineering, and you really mentored me from both my years. You made sure that everything was based on learning rather than based on competition. And if someone had a problem, you were always willing to sit down with them and talk about what the problem was, how to fix it, and just coach them through that, even if it means you're coaching Zoe through how to build someone stabbing you in CAD, which, yeah, that was a project one time by accident. But you are so focused on the learning of everyone and making sure everyone also puts school first. It's truly inspiring, and I know you're going to go off to do amazing things with whatever college you go to and whatever you decide to do in life. Have a great time. Bye.
Hey David, hey Emilio. You guys have done a lot for me in robotics. Y'all have been great teachers throughout my time. And now that I'm the new build lead, I have big shoes to fill, literally. And it's sad to see you guys go. I'm gonna miss you guys a lot. and I hope you guys do great things in life. And if we do make it to Worlds, I want to see you guys. Better see you guys. And I hope that college treats you guys well. Bye.
Hi Michelle, I actually remember one of our very first interactions together. It was you coming and asking me for help to choose a fiber artist for our logo, and at that point I didn't really know who you were. I just kind of saw you at the meetings because we didn't really interact much, but that is one of the like best memories I have with you because it was my very first impression. It was like my very first interaction with you, and yeah. Another very fond memory I have is like the Houston event my freshman year, sophomore year, and us up on the very top row of the stairs of the stands and running back and forth jousting with pool noodles. And then one time I tripped and fell on my pants. But I feel like that and just the Houston event in general was very like meaningful to me because it was one of the first times we got to drive together. Like in an actual competition, and I feel like that really just like launched me and you being a drive team together, and I feel like us being a drive team like really impacted me and my robotics, and I also feel like it impacted you. But speaking of the Houston event, I also remember the car ride back to TSA after load-in that day. I was in the very back next to you and Lisa, and I remember us acting very unhinged in the very back that night because we were all tired and delusional. And I very distinctly remember this one photo that it's very like staticky and like flashy, but you could just see all of us cackling up in the back seat, and I feel like that memory really like changed me in robotics because at that point I was very hesitant on if I wanted to continue robotics or not, but that memory kind of helped like show that like I have people I can goof off with there, and that robotics is actually really fun and it's not all serious. Some other general memories together are gold pom-poms and like whenever we first got them and us being like always wearing them. And I feel like I still have them, and every once in a while like I'll see them and it reminds me of me and you driving, you know, in our little dance parties right before driving to help get the nerves out, and also being caught by Miss Biddy that one day slacking off on the carpet laying there. It's gonna be really sad to see all y'all go, and especially next year not having y'all there and having you there as my drive partner. It was such a wonderful 3 years that we got to spend together, especially as drive partners. I'm really gonna miss you. I hope you have fun in Canada. Bye.
Sure. Natalia has been a really good friend since my freshman year, her sophomore year, and I feel like with her, coding has been so much easier, mostly because we suffered together. during my sophomore year, so last season's competition, it was pretty much only both of us doing stuff, and we struggled a lot. But every time she would somehow manage to get us farther than the day before, and just small steps they were always great. I don't really see Natalia outside of school that much, but I think she's pretty cool, and the few times that I have, I'll enjoy that. She's definitely gonna be one of the seniors that I miss the most. I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about not doing stuff with a bunch of them, or not getting screamed at during competition. That's also gonna be weird. Yeah, overall, I want to miss all of you guys. I miss you too, Natalia. I hope everything goes well for you guys.
Hi, I am doing Riley, and I think he's always been a person to take a lot of initiative. He's always been really funny and nice to talk to, and he was a good person to guide, especially while I was a freshman. This year, he really did take initiative when it came to conservation, where he did something we weren't really talking about much and got it done and made a whole thing about it. And then we won the award at both competitions. So he put his effort towards something and it worked out. I know him primarily as a DM, where he's a creative and fun person to be around, and where he honestly just usually goes along with jokes and really is just overall amazing. So I know I've learned a lot about you and from you, and I'm sure other people would agree too. And I think we're all gonna really miss you next year. Good luck in college. Hello, Seth. You suck, but in the best way possible. Because throughout my time here, you have constantly been a nuisance, but in the sense that it makes the rest of us do better, and I think that's kind of your intention, in a way. I'm sure it's awesome, you just don't want to do work. Like, I remember this year, while me and Sophia were making buttons one time, you were having us do child labor, and it was very funny, but it also, in a weird way, made us work harder on the buttons because you kept on joking about giving us more hours and reducing our pay if we were doing bad. I think that ultimately you've always been a sort of kind person who puts up a front of not being good. Like, a lot of your kind of like twists around the system and everything have been super useful. You really came in clutch during Impact with that one computer code thing. And ultimately, I think just you've been a sort of point of relief throughout all the years I've been here, and that's really good because robotics can be really stressful, and you kind of work to relieve that throughout your time here. So thank you for being a part of our team, and we're all gonna miss you. Hey.
Hi, for this video I am doing Sophia. You really mean a lot to me because when I first joined robotics, I didn't really know where to go or what to do, and the safety animation was what I ended up planning on at first. And you did a major part of guiding me through that and guiding me through art, and when you did that, I got to know you. But then when knowing you as a person, you just became super cool, like instantly. You knew all the best gambling games, you knew the Pokemon stuff, and it was just amazing to have someone to talk about all that nerdy stuff with. And it's gonna be really sad when you're gone and you're not here to animate or talk about art or talk about just a bunch of nerdy whatever. And it's going to be sad that we won't be gambling together. Well, I hope you do well in college, and I hope that we can stay in contact. Bye.
Hi, Valen. I don't know you all that well, but one thing I do know is that you've always been a kind and helpful person. I remember in every voice acting thing this year, you have done your best to be like, hey, I'll do it, and then you do it, and you communicate about it. And we've never had an issue with anything you've done, which is great. Overall, I think that you've really had more so an impact on the business side and business people, and I think it's amazing to see how you work with your little sister, and it's amazing to see how you help out Seth with things, and it's amazing to see just how much you kind of put the team together by just being a friend. Well, I think that we will miss you a lot next year, and I hope that you have a good time in college. I'm pretty sure you said you're staying in Lone Star, so maybe we'll see you around?
I'm doing the wives, Alana, Brianna, and Sierra. We're gonna miss you guys a lot when you're gone and graduated. We've made lots of good memories over the years. Like when you helped with the recycling at our competition. It was really fun being with you guys. And how you helped the bumpers this year. And at the competition. We've made lots of good memories, both like as a person, as a team. We're gonna miss you a lot when you're gone.
Hey Zane, this is our goodbye. I wanted to say thank you for being an amazing shop lead and an incredible friend. You've been there from the chaotic builds to the amazing legendary Lowe's trips. And I wanted to just say thank you for inspiring us all, from having big ideas and new ideas about the robot to me wanting to become the new shop lead and help organize and create a space where we can all learn and help each other together. I wanted to say thank you for all your help throughout the year and all the years prior that I wasn't there for. So thank you. And also, don't forget, you can always come back. Please visit us.
Goodbye and thank you for everything.
Bye, see you never.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.